Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Working Our Granddad's Farm. Well, we had some bad news, everyone. Right in the middle of mowing that last field, we got a phone call from the bank, and the bank came and took Granddad's tractors. Oh no, both TW35s, they repossessed them. They said he owed back taxes and they took them. So we are not in a good way. We don't even own a tractor. But good news is my grandmother called me this morning and said, have you checked underneath the flower pot behind the house? Your grandfather left you a note there. And I said, no, Grandma, I haven't looked there yet. So guess what we're going to do? We just arrived back on the farm with our 1993 Power Wagon Dodge Cummins Turbo 350. She purrs like a kitten. But let me go back and let's see where this flower pot is behind the house. Apparently, there's some note back there. Let us see. Nope. Not there. Oh, there she is. Let's lift this up here. Oh, there's also a set of keys with a note. All right, let me read this. Dear my favorite grandson, I see that you got a chance to look underneath the flower pot behind the house, and you now realize that you had some bad issues. I want to take a first minute and apologize to you. We did owe some back taxes on the farm, and they had to come and get the tractors. So if you're reading this note, you realize that you no longer have any tractors. But as you can see, and I know that you have that look on your face, grandson. I know. You're my favorite grandson. You're my only grandson, so I know the look you have. Well, good news is those set of keys go to something special. Me and your Uncle Walter were working on some things over the last couple of years, and we got a surprise for you down behind field 66. Underneath the trees, you will find a surprise. So when you're done reading this, head on down to field 66 and get yourself a nice little surprise that grandfather left you, and have a good time. Oh, and by the way, you better feed them cows. Sincerely, Grandad. All right, everyone. So let's take a look at where we are. We're 66. Okay. Let's head down. We just had our little GPS. Look at the deer. So how you guys doing today? I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. I'm doing fantastic. Welcome to the Realistic Farming Channel for Farming Simulator 22, where we use our real tractors, we use our real equipment, we have our realistic tutorials, and we have a real lot of fun. So, let's see where we got to go here. Apparently, there's a surprise down here for us. Apparently, my Uncle Walter and my grandfather were working on some things. I think this is the way. Yes, we were mowing just on the other side of this. This is where we left off when the bank showed up. Oh, it was terrible. Scared the living crap out of me. They drove right down in here with their trucks, and they made me get out. They said, we're taking this. And I said, no. And they said, yes. All right, so I think this is field 66. Oh, let's run down the path here and see what we got. Oh, there's some writing on the back of it, of the letter. P.S. grandson, when you get down here, you're going to realize that you have your surprise. I hope that you enjoy it. Love you forever, grandfather. That's weird that he would end it with grandfather. Usually he says granddad. Look. Ooh, he's had me a tractor down here. Look at this. Ooh, a white Workhorse 195 series. Ooh, check it out. And colored red. All right. Well, I have the keys in my hand. Let's see if she starts. Oh, the trees are growing through the inside of this. Let's see. Okay. Clutch in. Okay, gears all work. Let's head on out. Let's see. Let's get her in the first gear first. Oh, it's a CVT transmission, so I can shift on my own. Let's get a little bit out here. All right. She's pretty. Let me take a look at this. Let me jump out of this here. Wow. I've only heard of things like this. All right, so let me grab my handy dandy new cell phone and let's look some stuff up here. All right, White Workhorse was put out in 1990 with a 7.4 liter 6-cylinder engine and had 176 to 202 horsepower. Not bad for a 1990 tractor. That's almost 40 years old. Well, actually less than that. 2010, 20, 32 years later, and she still runs. Looks like it's got a nice 1,000 weight limit on the front. Some decent tires. All right. So, Granddad came through again. All right. So, let's go pick up where we left off mowing. Because we still got to mow. Everyone. Got to finish it. What they let me do, though, is the nice thing is the bank let me at least pull the lawnmower that I was using up onto the flat land up there and unhook it. So we're going to give this Workhorse a nice try. Actually, it's got a full tank of fuel in it. Let's take her up here to the garage first and make sure that all the fluids and everything are all good. I don't want to just start her out with working on a field without taking a look at her. That wouldn't be fair. There's our mower. That's where I dropped my TW35s at. They told me if I paid $40,000 for them, I could get them back. And I don't have that. The money I have in the bank is going to have to go for some other equipment that we need. I can't afford to buy new tractors. So luckily for us, Granddad had this tractor that him and my Uncle Walter just drove by the workshop. I'm still learning the ropes, everyone. All right, so let's get our little handy dandy. We can't even afford a garage. We just have this power welder and everything else. All right, so let's jump out. Ooh. Let's check the fluids. Okay. Check the oil filters. Yep, they're still good. All the belts are good. Everything's working. All right, let's check the fluids on this side. Look at that. Granddad did good. It's all the belts are like brand new. Plugs and wires okay. All right. She's got some fuel in her. She's got some. So let's go inside our little garage here and we're going to double check to make sure. And she's good to go. All right. Let's put her to work. All right, we own outright our first tractor. All right, we're going to go hook up back up to our mower, and we got some fields to finish mowing. And then we're going to have to start baling. I'm going to bale up 1 cow pen for silage, 1 cow pen for hay, and then we're going to alternate every other field so that we have silage and hay so that we can get our cows some TMR right away. This tractor is really smooth. And to be built 32 years ago and still have a CVT or a transmission in it, that's pretty good. All right, let's get it this way. All right, let's get her folded up so we can get back to the field. Spin her around here. All right. All right, looks like this is where I left off. Yes, I did. Ooh, the brakes are a little touchy. That's one thing I never tested. mower on. We're going to treat you guys to some... We're going to put the drone away because the battery's a little dead. Let me scoot up in this seat. Ooh, definitely got to fix the brakes on it. All right, so sorry everyone, as I clear my throat here. I wonder if I can plug in my drone. See, one little key, that's all it was. Let's plug the drone in here so I can start charging it. All right, back to mowing. We'll get this field, then we'll go down to field 66, mow that up, and then we're going to start baling our silage bales. All right. So what you guys got going on your farms? I love to hear about it. You guys are hearing about my stories with my granddad and his tractors and things. That's pretty cool. So, all right, a little bit back off topic a little bit. As you guys notice, what we're doing is we're going to incorporate a little bit of story time with a little bit of real life fury. So you can get you set up with the story and gonna have the best of both worlds on this Let's Play, so that'll be kind of cool. Everybody and their brother's gonna enjoy this because I'm really enjoying this series. We'll throw a little bit of story mode in so we can keep it going, and then we'll throw a little bit of real life in there. So what you guys got going on your farms? I love reading the comments. Welcome to all the brand new family members. For those of you who are new to the channel, I don't call my family members subscribers, I call them family members. So if I'm mentioning family members, I'm talking about you guys. Such wonderful, wonderful, wonderful kind words that you guys are leaving about this series. You guys are all welcoming me back. My channel is... Whoops. Trying to use my steering wheel. So, set up here. Get this. There we go. So anyways, yes, let's get that. My dog was making a weird, he was itching himself and he was thumping the floor. I was like, what is going on? So I took a few seconds to see what he was doing. Sorry about that. I'm back now. He was itching his belly. Thump, 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 thump. All right, so let's get out here for a second. All right, I'm going to try to use my steering wheel. But what's some wonderful, 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 kind words that you guys are absolutely leaving, saying welcome back. As I stated before, that my channel is 99.9% realism, but I had gotten away from it in the last couple Let's Plays, and I was more or less going big equipment and absolutely not doing what I really love, which is this, teaching you guys about tractors. I picked this tractor for this Let's Play because I don't want to use anything newer than 1990. 1990 is the cutoff limit for this tractor. So I've got a couple of them that are in the 90s, and you can tell that it's in the 90s because of the digital dash. The digital dash did come out to the 1990s. This tractor was literally only manufactured for 2 years, 1990 to 1992. So that was why I decided, because 30 years is it for me. All right, let me get this situated here and pick up this, because it's easier for me to talk when I'm using my controller. There. So, there. Now I got everything set. Little bit of steering wheel use, a little bit of controller use, a lot of realism. So we're going to finish mowing this, and then we're going to head on down, and we're going to start mowing 66, and I'll try like crazy every single day to continue the story mode of Granddad's Farm so that we can continue on with that. And it'll be cool because I'll just add a little bit each day, and I'll be in character for just a little bit, and then I'll come out of character, and we'll do the same old where I start talking and tutorials and teaching. As you see, I brought back both intros for this series. You guys asked for, I deliver. And we are going to... Ooh, this is just quite a ways down here. Once you get enough headlands done, what you want to do then is you want to start mowing around. This little sip mower, you can mow around in circles, but it does tend to get a little boring after a while, so I slip it up a little bit, and sometimes I go end to end, and sometimes I go the other way. Now, as you see, there is no front attacher on any of our tractors that we're going to use. They didn't become predominant until in the 90s. I mean, they did have them, but they were more like lifts. They weren't hydraulics, PTOs and stuff. Those didn't come. They're fairly recent. But tractors generally didn't have front PTOs until at least in the 90s. But I want to make sure that I look that up, and I will get you definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, the answer on that. But in my experience, anything older than 1990, we never had a front PTO on it. We only had a back. We had a front weight. Everything was back mounted. So, but that doesn't mean there wasn't PTOs out there for the front back then. But I want to do my research. You guys all know my research is dead on, and I make sure that I'm telling you the truth. And if I don't, I make sure I correct myself. So, that's where we go. I was going to have an Allison Chalmers tractor, but and then I had a Fiat DT that was modified by me that was like 200 horsepower, but that's not realistic. They only came, the Fiat DTs only came with 150 horsepower max. This one, on the other hand, can come with up to 202 horsepower, so it does give us a little bit. I also will be using some Scooter's Workbench mods. He is probably one of my favorite modders for old iron stuff. And we're going to go, and I'm going to find him and contact him and get some of the equipment. Might even switch over to maybe a sickle bar mower. I want to stay preferably right around the 80s and 90s as far as tractors goes. Nothing newer than 1990. So... the Fiat DT we can absolutely use. I have another one, remember? I was using it on Riverview. And they were made 1976, so that was pretty cool. And I also have the Fent 500 Favorite. That was made 1990 as well. So I could use that one. Preferably want to keep it right around 150 to 200 horsepower, because I don't want to worry too much about horsepower, but I also don't want, like, 600 horsepower, you know. I use those kind of equipment on my multiplayer, and my good buddy Gutterball made a comment on last video. So what I'm going to do Friday is I am going to record maybe a 15 to 20 minute video of farm tours, and that is per his request. He basically wants me to show off everyone's farm. My farm right now on multiplayer is absolutely garbage. Fury decided to change my farm completely because I'm doing on that Let's Play, I'm doing the $10 million challenge, and I was not. I had sheep. I was not making money at that. So I decided to go chickens. And I sold all of my sheds, all of my garages, including my house. I sold everything to be able to buy a forest harvester, a tree harvester, and an auto-load trailer, and that sort of thing, so that I can make some money. And I bought a sawmill. But the good news is trees on Fs22 is where the money's at, because I'm clearing one plot. That map is a standard size map, the Western Wilds map, but man, it might be a 4X. I'm not quite sure. No, it's not, because I can drive to CC's farm really quickly, like in a couple of minutes. So it's a standard size map, but it feels huge. And I'm using like the biggest equipment. I still have all my equipment and everything, but whoa, what happened here? Whoa, what happened here? You know, you guys are gonna laugh about this, but every single time I play a bunch of video games during the day, because you guys all know I'm retired and I don't do a whole heck of a lot during the day. I do my chores around the house, and then I play a lot of video games. I play Truck Sim, I play Farm Sim, I'm playing on my multiplayer game. I'm doing all kinds of stuff. I'm checking mods out, I'm looking up stuff. And every single time I go to record a video, the controller dies. That's what just happened. I had to grab it real quick and plug it into the USB. It's a wireless controller, but it charges from the USB. So I had to grab it quick and jam it into the USB. That's why I have an angle over there. When Russell sees it, he's going to be like, yep, there's Fury driving all angly. As you guys like to see, or as you guys see, I like to have a lot of fun. I make a lot of jokes, and I fool around a lot as far as that goes. But I also am very realistic, and I'm very serious. And when teaching time comes around, tutorial time comes around, I get real serious, because that's what my calling is. I love to teach. There you go, Russ. Fury's got a crooked line now. Where that came from, I was playing a series on Culmston Farm when it first dropped, and everything was in cab, everything was done, and no GPS, no nothing. And I was harvesting, and all of a sudden, you see how like we have decent lines? All of a sudden, I look up and I come out of cab for a second, and it looked like a piece of pizza. It was a triangle. I had a nice, gorgeous triangle that was made. And for those of you who don't understand, I leave all of my boo-boos in. I do not edit any of them out. If I misspoke, if I misspeak, if I stumble over my words, I leave it all in. I want to make sure that the realism just doesn't go past the tractors and everything. You guys all know that that's one of my little pet peeves about other YouTube channels. Do I tell other YouTubers how to run their channels? Absolutely not. I let them run it. I still watch them. I still enjoy them. But don't claim your channel's realistic if it's not. And many people, I've said this before, and I'm not going to harp on it, many people will absolutely edit all of their boo-boos, all their mistakes out, so they look like they're, perfect pallet stackers, and they look like they're perfect tractor drivers and perfect harvesters, and it's just one of those things that annoys me. But I'm not going to harp on it. I've done that before. I've vented before. I've had my rants before, and them days are over. Now we're on here. We're going to have fun. We're going to do the things that we want to do. We're going to have a little bit of the story mode in the beginning, and that way we can keep going, which is going to be awesome. Give me 1 second. You're going to lose sound, but you're not going to lose me. I just want to double check to make sure that I am recording, and yes, I am. So I figured it was easier for me to check like that. We lose game sound, but I can still talk, which is kind of cool. So yes, what I've decided after Gutterball made that wonderful comment, I'm going to go on Friday, and I'm going to it's just going to be like a 15-minute video, and I may, 15, 20 minutes, that's it. It won't be the usual hour. I want each and every one of those guys to explain to me what they got going on their farms, how they got their farms set up. They're going to have the floor, they're going to have the time, they're going to have the, whatever they need to have to explain to me how their farm's working, what kind of animals they're doing, what kind of tractors they're using. Give me some tours of the stuff that they're using, and we'll move on. And I'll try to do that once every couple of weeks, because generally speaking, once the farm is built, you usually don't change it unless your name's Fury. I love to change things, and it's just my OCD kicks in, and I just go, no, I don't like this. But that was Gutterballs, and I have not recorded a multiplayer video in weeks. And it won't be the same. It'll be just It won't be a total full hour video, like I said. It'll just be 10-15 minutes of touring and showing you guys what's going on, and bada bing, bada boom, and Bob's your uncle. We're going to get in, we're going to get out, and we're going to enjoy it. And that's it. That's pretty much what I've got going on. I've decided, like I said, to do this Let's Play and this Let's Play only for right now. Until Cavalier Roy, the map maker of this map, does the update, which I just watched his video a couple of days ago. He was on a live stream and he was doing the update, version 3. It's in Giants. It will be in Giants soon for testing. And as soon as it comes out, I will drop, because it will require a new save game. So I'll drop this and I'll go back to the realistic Riverview for a while, or another map. I don't know. I like to play it by ear. I don't like to jump maps, even though I have, and even though I still do. I've been working really hard on it. The guys on multiplayer have been kind of scolding me to stop doing that, so I'm going to get a little more in-depth. You guys ever want a chance to watch a real storyteller in motion, go watch my good buddy Reefy 1952's video. He's got a YouTube channel, and he had, at one point, he said in his video, I think he had like 6 stories going at once. He doesn't do YouTube anymore, so the videos are older. They're of like Fs15, Fs17. He's got his favorite maps. My favorite saying of his is, when he would do something and it wasn't realistic and it wasn't up to par, he would say, "Turn your head." He got to the point where he didn't care. He was going to play the game the way he wanted to play it, and I got nothing but respect for the guy. In fact, this map or it's Riverview. Let's see here. I think, if I'm not mistaken, where are we here? Yeah, there it is. Reefy Sawmill. And he had a lot of influence with this map. Biogas plant. Now on Riverview, it's Reefy's Biogas. This guy right here is how you pronounce his name. Where did I see that? There it is. Right here. Reefee. Reefy, 1952. Go watch his YouTube channel. And it's just, like I said, it's older stuff. It's like Fs17, Fs15. But what an amazing storyteller. Just a great dude. Give him some love. I don't want him to get back into it because I know that he had some issues, and I'm not going to get into it with camera because it's none of anybody's business. But he has to take care of himself. Let's just say that. That's all I'm going to say on that, because it's none of nobody's business but his. But I just wanted to get you guys a chance to see his storytelling ability. It's great. But he does things his way, and just so you know, there is no buts about it. Also, check out my good buddy Grizzly Bear Sims, who's taking a sabbatical from Farm Sim. He got COVID really, really bad, and it kind of wiped him out completely. So he took some time off. Also, I'm going to give you my list of my favorite YouTubers, and you guys can decide on who you guys like and who you don't like, and I'll tell you who I like. Okay? My favorite is, obviously, you guys all know, is Grizzly Bear Sims. Everybody and their brother. Just something about the way he does things, the way he says things. It's absolutely fantastic. Right behind him is Mighty Mike. Oh my gosh. Mighty Mike is doing a series on Middleburg right now with Old Iron. He also has a series on Elk Mountain. His stories are absolutely sick. They're great. Fantastic. You want Old Iron, older stuff, realism to the T? That guy can tell some cool stories. He's got some cool stuff going on. So Grizzly Bear first, Mighty Mike second, followed very, very closely by Farmer Z. Farmer Z also has a YouTube channel. He doesn't put out the videos as much as he used to because he works for a living. He does stuff away from farm sims. So nothing but respect to the guy. He is one of my mentors. He's, in fact, if you look at Fury Machine's logo, guess who made it? Farmer Z made it for me. He surprised me one day. He emailed me and he says, I got something for you. And I said, what's that? And he said, just open up your email. And it was my logo. And he made it from scratch. So nothing but love for him. Then I start getting into a little bit bigger. Everybody watches DJ Go Ham for his mod drops because you can't get any better news than DJ Go Ham and Clutch Simulations. You can't. But as far as YouTubers and Let's Plays, my next on the list would be Simulation for the Nation. He's from the UK, but he does everything realistic, like super. As you can see, I gravitate to the realism channels because that's the way I play. That's what I enjoy. So Simulation for the Nation is super real, super awesome. Then my next one below him is Virtual Farmer. I just like the way, there's something about his voice, the way he conducts himself, the way he carries himself on camera. It's absolutely great. Then my good pal, my good buddy, Raznik. R-A-Z-N-A-C. Raznik. He's doing a series. Now remember too, keep in mind that he works a real job. He works in a hospital. So he takes care of people. So he's, he doesn't record nearly as much as he used to. But when he does, he's doing this series on, oh boy, I don't remember what map it is. I think it's Western Wilds. But he's doing it where, like, aliens took over and they're telling him what to do and stuff. Oh, what a great storyteller. What a great, awesome dude. And then you go down. I've got my pal Reefy that used to do videos that, I'm still trying to catch up on all his videos from, like I said, he hasn't dropped videos in a while, but I still watch them and I love them and I'm enthralled by them. They're older, Fs22 and older, but that's okay. That's still YouTube videos and it still passes my time. And then you get into your Dagger Wins and you get into your Clutches and your DJ Go Hams and your things that everyone else watches. I try to stay away from the big guys a lot. Virtual Farmer is probably the biggest one that I watch as far as like the most amount of subscribers. I don't get into I love Daggerwin's videos. It doesn't suit me. I'm such a tiny little channel. We only have 700 family members, so it's not a lot. He's got like 700,000, if not 1 million by now. Same thing with DJ Goham. And now, do we own any other fields here? Oh, we own 68, which I mowed. Okay, last field we own, and then I got to go mow the last cow pen. Whoops. There. Now, like I said, when we first started, that was me. I hit the wrong button. On my controller, the B button, because I have an Xbox One controller, the B button hires a worker, and I thought it was to raise and lower it. Sometimes Fury's not remembering like I used to. But those are the guys that I watch. Those are the guys that I pay attention to. I fly around. I watch when I do watch someone's video, I watch the whole thing. I pay attention to what they got going on, if it's a story mode. Simulation for the Nation is doing this tenant farmer, which is absolutely fantastic. He's doing this tenant farmer where he's basically renting all of the land. And he's going through and he's doing contracts until he can buy his own land. It's actually a series that I've considered doing because I think Reefy threw it out for me one day. And I think I'm going to do it. I think eventually I'm going to do it. Where you don't own anything, you don't even own a farm, and you have to go around and do contracts on fields and stuff until you've saved up enough money to buy your own field and buy your own equipment. So it'd be kind of cool. You just pick different missions each time, you know, different things like that. As you can see, the series is 2x speed, 1 day months, as I explained. And we play for, I film for an hour. That way everybody gets a chance. Many of our family members use my videos to pass time. They use my videos when they're at work, when they're on break, whether they're on, you know, a lot of times, like Farmer Z will tell me, he'll put my videos on while he's writing up invoices and stuff and just let him play, and he listens to me. And then if I do something that he's never seen before, he'll kind of stop and pause my video and then rewatch it. So you got guys like Jonathan, one of our OG family members. He watches my videos in 2x speed. And like he'll watch the very beginning just to get the setup for it, and then he'll speed the time up and watch it. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. I respect it. He's told me the truth. And you've got United Bill 40, who is probably getting close to one of my most loyal subscribers, loyal family members, because he's always bugging Fury when another video is going to drop. You know, and he gets super excited, and he's got a YouTube channel of his own, and he likes to build farms, and he likes to get them set up. He had a little bit of a couple issues, so he hasn't streamed in a while. He had some issues with somebody came on his live stream and was saying like naughty words and things like that, and so you kind of get a little nervous when that happens, which is why Fury has not live streamed. I just kind of promised my wife, I said, nope, if it happens generically, it's going to happen. I don't want to be one of these guys where everybody shows up for a live stream, but then when my recorded videos come out, they don't watch them. Well, let me get into some other things. Like, as you all know, all of my OGs, I call you guys OGs, original gangster family members, that have been around a while, understand my little pet peeves, and they know, and they all feel the same way. I absolutely cannot stand time lapses. I started the channel and I did a few of them. I can't stand them. I don't enjoy watching them. I don't watch other YouTubers that time lapse. It's just, to me, and I really don't like the ones that just pick up the controller or pick up the keyboard and just hit play, and then they hit record, and there's no talking, there's no nothing, and they're just, this is what you hear. For an hour or a half hour. And the ones I really don't watch are the ones that will go around and they'll harvest at like 30 miles an hour, and I get it. I've edited stuff myself. I get it. You know, nobody wants to sit here and harvest or mow grass for 4 hours straight. But guess what? It's called real life. A farmer with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 grass fields. And you can see where I've mowed. Okay, 7 grass fields, and this field is this one's only 4.57 acres. If I cut the trees down, it'll be almost 7. So I have about 60 acres worth of fields, which is not a lot, but for a single player it is. I mean, for a single farmer it is. So, you know, those are some of my pet peeves. I absolutely can't stand time lapses, I think. And the ones, like I said a few minutes ago, the ones that just pick up the game and hit record, and they're just playing the game like normal. And some of them have, you know, the in-game music going, like they're literally just playing the game. There's no commentary, there's no teaching, there's no showing you what they're going to do, there's no work involved with that. But hey, that's their channel, and that's their prerogative, and if they want to do that, that's so be it. That doesn't mean Fury's going to watch it, for sure. and that's it, you know. But I do have my little pet peeves, and trust me, my inner family, my inner sanctum, on Multiplayer Fridays, they hear about it because I tell them everything, just like they tell me everything. Other than that, I think technically you guys probably know more about me than I know about all of you. So it is nice. Let me know. We got to start bringing back trivia too. Let me know in the comments if you're not afraid to. You're not obligated. You're not whatever. Let me know where you're from. Let me know what style of farming you play. Everybody has a different way to play it. As I explained one of the videos for Riverview, the cool thing about this game is it allows you to play any way you want. And that's cool too. Like on our multiplayer, I am playing absolutely ginormous equipment. Like I have a, oh gosh, like an 18 or 20 meter seeder. I have the 26 meter plow that just came out. It's like, that's my big farming when I can just go on and be stupid about stuff, and still within playing, like we're still playing the game, and I still play with a sense of realism, but it's not like I can go on and just let loose, and we mess around and have a lot of fun, and I'll go over all that stuff with you Friday. I'll promise Gutterball, I'll message him, let him know what's going on. I'll message all the guys, let them know that that's what I'm planning on doing. You guys will get to see their things, but it's not, and I'm going to repeat that 3 times, it's not going to be a Let's Play, and it's definitely not going to be anything regular. It's going to be every 2 to 3 weeks, and we'll go on and we'll see what people got, how they're playing, how much money they got, how things are going, because multiplayer Let's Plays are difficult. And what I mean by that is, it's just too much going on. There is so much going on all the time that it's hard to catch all the action. And like this here, you know, we're doing it a certain way. Multiplayer, you try to get as many people as you can involved, but it's rough. First of all, let me point out this white workhorse tractor is nasty. I mean, just absolutely. The shifter works. The gauge works. That's how you know it's in the 90s. See the digital dash? Before 1990, they didn't have digital dashes. Everything was just analog. So that's cool. Yeah, I will instill a little bit of the story mode, like I said in the beginning, because I have gotten away from the story mode. That's all I ever used to do when I first started, was a story mode. But I'd rather talk, explain what's going on and things. So I'm not going to stay on it too long, but I will set the story up. And when we're all said and done with this, I will have a saved game, and I will release it to you guys if you guys want it. You'll be able to play the farm exactly the way I got it set up, with the same equipment and same everything if you want. That'll be kind of cool too. Oh boy, I tell you, CC getting that dedicated server was amazing. Now we all just go on when we want, because we're all from different areas. You know, I got some guys, one guy from Cleveland, or one guy from Ohio, one guy from Wisconsin, obviously, one guy from Canada, and I'm from upstate New York. So we are all over the place, like as far as times and whatever. So now we just go on and we play whenever we want, except for Fridays. We made a pact with each other that Friday nights we all still will get together and play. But if you want to come on and do a little bit more on your farm during the week, so be it. So be it. Oh, I tell you, you guys are awesome. So, like I said, leave in the comments and let me know, like, if you want, where you're from. If you don't, let me know in the comments what you got working on your farm sim games. I know that Bill lets me know, Russell lets me know, Reefy lets me know, all those guys, and I follow along just as much as you guys follow along with my videos. Like, they'll say, okay, I'm in the middle of harvesting right now, I'm this, so I can kind of follow along, because they're not recording, so I can't go watch it. So that's my only way to find out how you guys are doing. You guys. All right. Got about 29 in-game minutes left, and then we'll wrap this bad boy up, and we'll come back. Now, we're going to finish mowing this, and then we're going to go back, and we're going to mow the other cow pen, and then it's on to baling. We're going to bale all of our fields up for silage first that we've decided, and I think what we'll do is, this is 86 is a horse or cow pen, 90 is a cow pen. So we're going to do silage, hay. Whoops, there it goes again. Hang on one second. There we go. We'll split these up, one hay, one silage, and then we're going to go, oh, we do have 68 to mow yet. See, I got one more field to mow, so it may be another episode of mowing. Then we'll alternate them. We'll go hay, silage, hay, silage, hay. So it'll be one hay, silage, hay, silage. So 2 hays, 2 silage. We'll do this one little silage, then 1 hay and 1 hay. So it'll be 4, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. It'll be 4 and 3. Be 4 hay and 3 silage is what we're going to do. So that we can, we'll have the extra hay in case we need to. Because you can't feed your cows in Fs22 just silage, which we did in real life. Many a time we just fed them silage, which, you know, hay and silage are literally the same exact thing. One's rotted and the other one's not. One's fermented, one is not. But it is literally the same thing. You're cutting grass. Cutting grass to make hay, you're drying it out to make hay. You're cutting grass and you're wrapping it in a bale, or you're putting it in a silage clamp to ferment it to make fermented grass. So that's the only thing. And then some people use straw as a filler. We used to use grain on my farm. Well, like I said, once again, thank you guys for, that's 3 times now. This thing has absolutely died. Just when I think it's working good enough, I unplug it, and then it dies. But thank you guys, really, from the bottom of my heart, for all the nice comments, the wonderful comments. I get up every morning, I read them, I generally comment on them. Maybe it's just a few words. If you're an OG or you've been around for a while, I'll give a lengthy answer. Also, all right, I've just about had enough. Oh man, I went down this rabbit hole today of my son and I always every day at dinner time. Because I will say one thing about them. They're all grown. They're moved away. All my 2 boys, my 2 older boys, live in completely different states. But my baby, who's now 35, he's this grown-ass man now, still lives in the same city that I live in. And every single night he comes over for dinner. So he still makes the effort every night to come over, and I get to see him every single day, which is, for a dad, that's fantastic, you know. So we, every night for dinner time, supper time, whatever you call it, we play like either music trivia or we play movie trivia, or we play today, we played TV theme song trivia. Oh, I tell you, and you know, it's one of those things where you know a theme song, but you don't know the words. I was messing up the Jeffersons theme. I said that on Riverview. It's like the second time that we've played that game in like within a month now. And I was messing up the Jeffersons theme. I was messing up the shows I used to watch when I was growing up. I watched The White Shadow because I'm an avid basketball fan, so that was one of the movies that or shows that I watched. I watched Good Times. I watched Jeffersons. Pretty much the same thing that everyone else watched. Mary Tyler Moore, the whole 9 yards. But like because we were so busy, we didn't have a lot of time to watch a lot of shows. Not like today where you have like 200 channels. I always make a joke. I always say, when I was growing up, I was the remote. I had to get up and change the channel. But we only had like 4 channels. You know, it was like 12, 34, 40, and 46. That was all we ever had. And then Dad went out and bought this huge antenna that would go on top of the house. And guess who's the one that had to go out there and turn it? Right there, right there. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And you'd have to hold it. And my dad was not a big sports fan, so I didn't get the chance to watch like Christmas football and basketball and hockey and those guys like that until I was grown. My dad was not a sports fan. He believed at work. And when you were at home, we watched the news every night, and that was pretty much it. We got a chance to watch some shows. But then when I was 13, I remember it like it was yesterday. Lots and lots of years ago. My dad got me a black and white TV. It was only a little baby 8-inch TV, and I got to watch TV in my room, and that was the most freedom that I had as a kid, and it was just amazing. You were like, oh, I don't have to watch what Dad's watching. I can. So every Sunday I tuned in to watch football, and I would try to catch some basketball games on. But I still had the same channels they had, but it was probably like now looking at it compared to my 52-inch TV that's in my living room. It was only like 6 or 8 inches. It was a little tiny. It ran on batteries. You didn't even plug it in. It ran on batteries. It was like a camping one. But I watched many a football game on that, even during the snow. Like, and what you guys that are older understand what the snow is on the TV. For you younger people, let me explain what it is. When you can't quite get the channel in and you see a picture, but it looks like they're recording it in a big giant snowstorm. That's the snow. And I only had black and white. That was it. I didn't have color TV. We didn't have a color TV in the living room, and we didn't have a color TV in my bedroom. It was only black and white. So, and then when I got a little bit older, I remember Dad buying a video disc recorder. Oh my gosh, way before VCRs and way before like CD players. For you younger guys that only know CDs and DVDs, we didn't have that. We didn't even have any recording devices. There was no TiVo or TiVo or whatever they call it. There was no just downloading it to your TV screen. There was nothing. We didn't even have a microwave until probably late. What were they? But I remember vividly when Dad brought that video disc recorder home, and it played these giant records. Like giant vinyl, like it was like an actual vinyl record that you put into it, and it spun like a record player, but it played a movie. Oh man, we only had like 2 movies. That was it. One of them was like a James Bond movie or something. But this thing cost like $500 when it was new. And so here's your homework. Go on YouTube or go on Google, and actually YouTube's probably better, and YouTube video disc recorders, and it'll show you exactly what Fury's talking about. They were not fun. And then, of course, Fury got one of the discs stuck, because everybody knows I break stuff and I do stuff weird. Got it stuck in there, couldn't get it ejected, and I stuck a fork in it and to try to get it out, and it ended up breaking it, and there goes a quick $500. Let's just say I couldn't sit down for a week. Different time back then, everyone. So my parents were the farthest things from child abusers, but they definitely let you know. And it was equal. There was none of this, I'm going to let your father, because you got to remember, my mom, she's an old farmhand, She's driving tractors and doing things just the same as everyone else. So my mom would take a hold of me just as much as my dad did. There was none of this, wait till your father gets home. Nope, 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 nope. My mom would be just as good. Except my mom would throw stuff at you. She'd throw a shoe at you. All right, so. Field done. Field done. Look at, we finished the other field. We're actually getting some fields done. All right, so now I've got to go down and find a way to get to 68. I think it's through here. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, wait. 68 may be... Is it a grass field? Yes, it is. We own nothing but grass fields. Let me get in a little closer so I'm not so far out. Shut this thing off. Shut, as I sounded like I was in the kitchen. Let's get over here and mow underneath the trees. Like, usually when I do a Let's Play, I will cut all these trees down because I don't like trees. I think they're dumb. But let the RPMs come up. I am going to give Cavalier Roy the utmost respect on this. I'm not changing the map whatsoever. I'm playing it just the way he's got it. Now, in Riverview, that may be a different story because we've already done one Let's Play on it. I may just remove the trees on that. You guys saw in Riverview how much money I actually was making from wood chips? It was ridiculous. And that doesn't help either. This is going to be a nice square field. See, these are 6.3. Wait. Land area 4.1. 73,000 liters of grass just off this. But remember too, we're adding to the outsides. We're mowing quite a bit of the outside, so it's probably closer to about 7 acres, I'm guessing. 6 to 7 acres. 73,000 liters. Think about what is that like. We're gonna do 180 size round bales, and then we're gonna have well, actually no, we're gonna bring the tele truck down and we're gonna load it onto a trailer. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great. In the famous words of Fury, it's gonna be fantastic. So here's another one for you guys. How many of you watch the video all the way to the end? The reason I put this at the end of the video is I want to see how many people answer the question. How many people make it all the way to the end? And then say that I watched an entire Fury video. Because I'll be the first one to admit it. I don't watch everybody's videos, all of them. I do skip around a lot. If they're doing the same thing I'm doing, I'm just like, no. Or if somebody's boring. That sort of thing. I should have turned around. I did the same mistake again. That's all right. We're going to be wrapping this up here. So, I'm going to stop here and get turned around. We're going to wrap this bad boy up. And then I'll just come up there and it'll be the second headland anyways. See? If I make a mistake, I catch myself. When I think about you, I catch myself. Whoa, I don't want anybody else. When I think about you, I catch myself. That's for in the 90s. Different words than what the real words are. All right, so let me get my handy dandy screen out. We got our story mode going. We got fields, where would we leave off on? We got 67 finished mowing, 66 completely mowed, and we started on 68. So all we got left is 86 after this. Get that mowed, and then we can start some baling. And on that note, it's 12 o'clock. But let me say my goodbyes. And I will do this. There. That way we know we're going to be 12 o'clock when we start. Please, please, please look out for yourselves, look out for each other, and most importantly, look out for each other's families. It's very important to Fury. It's very important to you guys. Family is all we have, all we have, all we have. Please, please, please be sure to like and subscribe and share, and hit the little notification ding, ding bell so you get notified when Fury drops a video because, sorry, Fury's all over the place. Be sure to enjoy the night, the day, the weekend, whenever you're watching this. And on that note, Fury Machine is out. Hope you like our new tractor. We'll start the next episode with a story mode and what's continuing on with Granddad's farm, his wishes, what's going on. And look at, we still got 2 fields up there. This map is absolutely epic. And then we will get on to baling, and we're going to go. Like I said, I understand you guys get frustrated when I don't move, but this is the realism channel as far as series. If we left off on mowing, we're going to pick back up on mowing exactly where we left off. That's why I changed the time to 0, so that I knew it was 12 o'clock when we came back. And on that note, Fury Machine will catch all of you again in a few days. Bill asked me when I was going to be dropping videos. I'm aiming for every other day, but it will all depend. Right now, I'm feeling it out because it's going to go by you guys. If you guys aren't watching it or you're getting behind, I can tell. Because the views go from a certain number, they drop right off, which means that you guys are behind or you're doing something. So I'm going to play it by ear, and I'm going to do it that way, and we're going to go like crazy. We're just going to keep going and going and going. When the update comes on this, I'll jump back on Riverview, or maybe I'll record a few Let's Plays on, or not Let's Plays, on multiplayer. But I will see you guys in a couple of days. I got to wrap this up. It's been over an hour. Love each and every one of you. Love each and every one of you as I whisper into my camera. Have a good one, guys. Love you guys.